It now seems almost certain that Vice President Kamala Harris will be the Democratic nominee for president, but no one runs for president alone. Who will Harris's running mate be? Let's start with Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona. In a lot of ways, he seems built for this moment. He's been elected twice in a purple state that the Democrats would really like to win. He served in combat as a highly decorated Navy pilot in the first Gulf War, and Kelly served in space as a NASA shuttle commander. In the Senate, he's been an advocate for aid to Ukraine and also for reproductive rights. Kelly's reasons for going into politics could hardly be more compelling. In January 2011, his wife, Representative Gabby Giffords, was shot in the head at a public event. He quit NASA to help her with her long recovery. Kelly can engage with the political questions surrounding the attempted assassination of Donald Trump in a way that very few people can. Andy Beshear has won 2 elections for governor in Kentucky, a red state, and he's done so while being a spokesman for reproductive rights. But there is much, much less of a prospect of Harris winning Kentucky, even with Beshear. Trump carried the state in 2020 with a 26-point margin. The Democrats don't just want Pennsylvania. In many iterations of the electoral map, they need it. That's it. That's the case for Josh Shapiro. He would also, incidentally, be the country's first Jewish vice president. But he's only been governor for about a year and a half, and he doesn't have as much of a record to run on as a lot of other people on the list. Gretchen Whitmer, in many ways, is a story of what might have been. She's tough-minded. She dealt with a foiled kidnapping attempt. The question now is, would it be a strong move, maybe an exciting move, to have 2 women on the ticket? Obviously, there's been no shortage of tickets with 2 men on them. North Carolina is a purple state too, but it's a shade redder than Arizona. Cooper all but willed the expansion of Medicaid through the North Carolina legislature, which was controlled by Republicans through all of his tenure, by gradually and painstakingly winning over his opponents. It's also benefited the very people who Vance often claims to represent. J.B. Pritzker of Illinois, it would be a surprise. He's the governor of a blue state. He's a billionaire. Are those qualities in any way an advantage at this political juncture? Some wild cards. Governors: Wes Moore of Maryland and Tim Walz of Minnesota. Pete Buttigieg, the Secretary of Transportation, and Gina Raimondo, the Secretary of Commerce. Senator Raphael Warnock of Georgia, another swing state. The bottom line is that Harris has to fight and win this race on her own terms and with her own choice.